Bow and Arrows is an Oswald the Lucky Rabbit cartoon from 1932. This is directed by Walter Lantz and William Nolan. It's written by Tex Avery, Walter Lantz, and Manuel Moreno. And I didn't like it. Not necessarily because it was a bit too offensive. I don't think it was actually, but maybe. I'll talk about that in a moment. But I just found it to be very chaotic and all over the place, and not in a fun way either. It just felt really messy. Oswald is riding with his horse and wagon, and he comes across some Native Americans, and well, things get a little bit risky, and arrows are flying everywhere, and I won't say any more than that. That's the general context. In case you do decide to watch it, I won't spoil the specifics, but to be honest, the specifics are really boring. There's really not much to it. There's just a lot of running around and things flying through the air, and I just found that it was too messy. Somehow there was too much going on, yet nothing at all. And I just found it to be really boring. Some of the music was quite good. We do have some pretty good music in this. But aside from that, I guess the animation is okay. And as I said, it's not necessarily offensive, at least compared to some, when I realised what this was about. The description on IMDb. Well, I'll read the description on IMDb. It says, Oswald is leading a wagon train across the plains when it is attacked by a war party of Indians in this excellent Oswald the Lucky Rabbit cartoon. The word excellent there really shouldn't be there. It's not excellent. Far, far from it. But I will say, it isn't as offensive as I thought it would be based on that description, because Native American characters in the 30s are almost never depicted in cartoons in a favourable way. But the characters are actually mice, I think. They're not humans, they're mice, which I guess kind of helps because it means we're not having these exaggerated caricatures. The actions, the behaviours, maybe they're, leaning into that. But visually, because the characters are mice, I think they're mice, they're rodents of some kind, they definitely don't look as bad as most other depictions of Native Americans at the time. So, not enough to make it an excellent cartoon, but that was something I hadn't expected. Do I recommend it? If you're an Oswald fan, check it out. Oswald's in it a decent amount, which was definitely the case in the earlier Oswald cartoons. It's more so the later cartoons where his name was often used, and he'd appear in the cartoon for about 4 seconds. That's not the case here. He is at the heart of the story. Some of the other animals, the other character designs, they don't look too bad, and the music, as I said, is pretty good. But the narrative is just all over the place. And the animation itself is very chaotic. So I didn't love it. Only if you're an Oswald fan would I recommend it. Otherwise, you really wouldn't be missing out on much if you decided not to watch it.